Alright, here goes. Ready? Sweet Strats! I'm Harley. And starting to the fucking left of me is...
Take two.
Sweet Strats, are you gaming with me? Sweet Strats, are you gaming with me? Are you gaming with me?
Sweet Strats, my name's Harley. And starting in turn order to the left of me is...
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Zach.
I'm Matt.
And we're here to talk to you about the best way to win the fucking games that you play. So tonight we're going to talk about, looks like I'm the motherfucker that's talking. We're going to talk about Coup, Skull, Resistance.
That's it.
One Night. No, we're going to talk about that shit too.
Let's keep on going.
So we figured the best way we're going to do this is treat it like you don't know what we're talking about, and we're going to give rule explanations as briefly as possible about each game, so you can at least try to follow along with what we're talking about, which may be next to impossible, but we're going to find out.
Matt still hadn't picked up a copy.
Yeah.
Gonna keep the joke alive.
We're good.
I
I don't know about y'all, we can play Resistance just the expansion.
Well, you have the Resistance expansion, but not the...
Yeah. We wouldn't play it one night.
Because I
We busted
seriously
out
thought...
his little expansion box and like, dude, where's the base game?
I was like, hey guys, I got Resistance. And they're like, what? I seriously thought that
Did you back it?
Yeah.
You kickstarted it.
Yeah.
And then have the base game.
Because I seriously thought the base game came with the expansion. So I was like, hey, I got it all right here. Never have to buy the base
Wrong
game.
tier, man. Wrong tier.
This shit was the best.
Oh.
Well, it's on Amazon for like $10 still. So
Yeah.
Well, hell no, it's just like, why not just buy the third
I'll
edition?
get one of these days.
Yeah.
When is that third edition coming out?
Isn't it
it's
already
already
out?
out. You can already find it.
Oh, yeah.
So what is in 3rd edition that's not in...
I don't know.
Something different. It's not those cards. But I have played with the cards before, and they don't add much. They can let you like steal turn order kind of shit, that sort of thing. But I've always preferred it to the base game.
Yeah. We're too busy throwing each other in the fucking bus.
Oh yeah.
It don't matter. We forget we had those cards.
Well, since we're talking about Resistance, I guess we might as well lead into that.
Yeah, might as well.
It's a game for between 5 and 10 players.
Yeah.
With a 5-player game, 2 players will be spies. The spies will know who they are. The rest of the players do not know who the spies are. So you're trying to nominate members to go on missions and hopefully not take spies, because it only takes 1 spy to tank a mission. It's going to be a total of 5 missions. If the spies manage to tank 3 of those missions, they win. If the resistance members manage to thwart them in that, then they'll win. So it's basically a 3 out of 5 with a lot of bluffing and deduction going on.
And a lot of people claiming other people's that they're the spies and throwing them under the bus.
I mean, you got to blame it on somebody.
Oh, yeah, I know you do.
Yeah. It's not a game that you want to play with the tender-hearted.
Man, ain't that the truth? Or somebody who doesn't know how to lie.
So it's...
I guess you do want to play with them.
Well, you got to have a good poker face, that's for sure.
Yeah. You can't be too quick to accuse if you are a spy. Then it's a pretty obvious spy strategy. And if you're not the spy and you're accusing, then you get railroaded and get accused as a spy.
Yeah, you got to speak up. You
Yeah,
sit
don't
there
be quiet.
timid, or
Yeah.
they'll be glad to pin it on you.
It's like, hey, the fucking quiet guy. Spy all over him.
Unless you're like old Matt here, and you get accused of being a spy, and then you try to defend yourself a little bit too hard, and you're like, he's spy.
No, that was my sweet strat to begin with. It was just adamantly refusing.
I'm not the spy.
It's like, fucking take me on the mission if you want to win.
Yeah. Sweet strat number 1, hit the table to emphasize your point.
Say it louder than the next guy.
That's no shit.
And if you're the spy, accuse someone immediately.
Yeah. Get one. You got to get one person to stick with them though, and be like, "This guy is fucking me. He is throwing me under the bus. Can't you see that?" That's what I like to do.
Well, another good idea is actually accusing the other spy.
Yeah, we've done that before.
If you can convince people you're not the spy, even if doesn't matter if your teammate's going down, if you can at least get yourself on the mission.
Yeah, in most games I played, there's usually like one obvious spy that everyone kind of nails right off the bat. They fail a mission early or something. And so a lot of times I'll spend my time just trying to pin more shit on them to deflect away from the actual other spies.
Oh, here's a good one. Going clockwise from whoever picked the team. If there is more than one spy on the mission, the person closest clockwise to the person picking the teams puts the fail card in. So you don't put two fails in.
No, well, I mean, I guess that works if you talked beforehand.
No, that is just the rule. Don't the
Just like
person
the
closest.
unspoken rule.
Yeah.
I guess that's the first time I'm hearing this unspoken.
Well, that's why it's a sweet strat, dog. You listen to this podcast.
Well, you know what? If me and you had been spies together and you wanted to pull that sweet strat, that would have just been flown right out the fucking window,
Well,
buddy. Because I didn't know about it.
If you're
That'd be
playing
a 0 fail card.
If you're playing with the pickup group, you have to have a strategy to get one fail in and not identify two spies in the group.
Well, I mean, if you're playing with a pickup group, I think you don't know who you're playing with. Because I think all these games, I think, come down to the fact of the people that you play with. The more you play with them, the more you know what to do. I mean, but even then your strategy kind of get fucked because then they know what to pick up on you as, and you've got to start changing it up. I think pickup groups change it a lot because, number one, like, when we all play together, there's sometimes I'll fail that first fucking mission just to throw the other person under the bus as hard as I can. And say, because they always love to blame me. Let me emphasize that. When we play, whether I'm the spy or not, I get blamed. And that's great for me because then I can do the old first throw under the bus trick.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a spy, you always fail the first mission.
You don't?
I know. You play the long game.
No, I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
You know, you play the long game. Whenever you get to pick the team, you throw whoever on there. You know you're the spy. Doesn't matter who you pick. Don't pick your buddy. Don't do the double fail when you don't know the clockwise rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't.
But yeah, play the long game as the spy, if you can. But if you want to throw a wrench in things, yeah, fail that first one and just blame it on the other guy the whole time.
I'd say in a big group, because when the group gets big enough, you have 3 spies, and you have 3 people on the first mission.
Yeah.
And that is the only, I would say that's the only, because that's the last time I played was with a big group. And that is the only time that you should be failing on the first mission.
Oh, even at like 8 players, it's still only 2 on the first mission.
Yeah, I felt it on 2. I mean, you shouldn't do that. You have to, if you're going to fail it on that first mission, you got to be prepared to fucking talk.
Yeah, I mean, once again, it depends on who's with you on that first mission.
Yeah.
If you got somebody who's already looking kind of shady, especially in a pickup group.
But what if you got, what about if you're the spy and you're the first team lead? You pick the other spy, so no?
You can try to fail it, but if you both thinking the same thing, you're just going to fail it and you're going to fuck the game.
Well, the thing is, the thing, because I'm thinking about Werewolf. The Werewolf game, I would have
We need
won.
to talk about Werewolf Inquisition, too. All right, but please go on.
Well, all these strategies almost work for Werewolf. But
I'm gonna say different on that because Inquisition's a lot different.
okay, we'll get to Inquisition in a second. But if I think it's easier for the other spy to be hidden when one person is out in the open.
Well, of course it is. Yeah. But, I mean, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I mean, if you fail the first mission as a spy, a lot could come down to turnover.
Yeah.
Who's going to be picking the team up soon if they're going to get in on maybe the 3rd or 4th mission?
Well, what I'm saying is, if you're a spy, first team lead, just pick the other spy and fail the mission. Using the clockwise rule, so you don't put 2 fails in.
Well, now that we know the clockwise rule...
Now we're going to be thinking about that every time now.
And getting it wrong.
How'd you even come up with this fucking clockwise rule, buddy?
Man, I thought we discussed this
From all those church people, man.
Yeah.
From the ones who didn't care if their marriage
developing all the new sweet strats.
You planted the seed of lies.
Yeah.
Well, I know. I've been nervous about what to put in when there's multiple spies on a mission.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
That's
Even with 3 players, if you go 2 fails on accident, the other guy definitely knows who the 2 spies are, and if you can,
especially in a situation where you like have to fail the mission, where like you need to fail, somebody has to do it, or the spies just lose.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta have that clockwise rule.
Guess so. I mean, that's
I guess so.
Sweet strat of the day.
I guess so.
Sweet strat of the day.
I'm trying to think. Have we ever really come across that?
We've never done it.
We've never
but
done double felt.
I think with the
I've never seen it
spies
happen.
that you can tell in the eyes, but it's because we know each other. But if you're playing with the pug,
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But if you're playing with a pug, you're kind of reserved anyways.
that's why you need the clockwise rule.
Yeah, but are you going to go and be like, hey, before we start playing,
Check
let me
out
just
this
tell you
Sweet
about
Strats
this
podcast.
Yeah. Not only do that, but let me tell you this unspoken rule of the game. You know, I don't know. I don't see that actually coming up.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth.
I think I'll just keep relying on innuendo and try to get the other spy to pick up on what I'm doing.
You know, here's the thing though. If you're playing with the pickup group, unless you're playing with a bunch of experienced gamers, I think a bunch of them are going to be timid anyways.
Yeah, especially in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social games are not the easiest icebreaker for in the group.
No, they're
For
not.
most people, anyway. Some people feed right off of it,
Yeah.
and they excel. I mean, it's not for everybody, though.
No. It usually isn't. That's the reason why we always start with illustrations.
All right, moving on to illustration.
Sweet Strat. Draw a dick.
Or draw somebody eating their own shit in 2 panels.
Swastikas are acceptable.
Especially when it's the American hero.
What did that start off as? Wasn't it,
Oh my god, I don't know.
I thought it was like World War II veteran or something.
Wouldn't it?
Was it Hitler or was it?
Yeah, it was Hitler.
I think it was Hitler, and it turned into American Hero.
Yeah. Ugh.
Okay, so
That's for another episode.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess Sweet Strat is
clockwise rule.
the clockwise rule. Never heard of that shit, and it probably won't get implemented, but good luck on you.
Okay.
And be prepared to talk. That's all I can really tell you. Because, like I said, I failed that first mission, and as a spy, and I successfully fucking pinned it on the other guy.
So Sweet Strat is don't fail the first mission unless you want to go hard on someone.
Yeah, you gotta go
You gotta be
hard.
dedicated.
Or you just gotta be prepared to take it all.
I say if you're
Or
playing with
play
someone
9
who's a
or more.
noob who's never played it, that is the perfect time to pin it on someone. Take someone who's never
And
played
then-
the game
and then
because
make that
everyone's
guy-
going to think that guy's an idiot.
And then make that guy never want to play the game again.
But you'll come out victorious.
Yeah. As long as you win, it's okay.
Gonna railroad some noobs.
Yep. The very next game, you're playing with a different board because somebody walked the fuck off.
Oh, shit.
It's pug fodder.
Yeah.
You like to play games? You like to get fucked over? Come on with me. Alright, well, I guess that leads us into game number 2.
Werewolf.
Oh, well,
I mean, it's
do you want to
kinda-
do Werewolf?
We can.
Alright, we'll
I haven't
do
played
Inquisition.
Might as well, since it's
Played
kind
it
of
so
similar. Same
Okay,
thing.
I remember it, but
here's the
as
thing.
far as strategy, I didn't have much.
Well, if you're a werewolf, kill the seer. Kill the apprentice seer.
Okay, well, you gotta hold on. We gotta explain the game. So, everybody knows Werewolf, like the actual big game where you have a moderator. Okay, this isn't it. This is Werewolf Inquisition, and it's basically kind of like the same setup. I think except you can play with 4. In that case, it's 1 werewolf and 3 villagers. But the difference is there's a line of cards in the middle of the table, and the ones that are face down are either, I forget, it depends on the game setup, your amount of players. But in the middle, there's so many werewolves, and the rest are villagers and special people like the seer and
The apprentice seer.
the apprentice seer, the witch,
The
and
hunter.
and the hunter and the mayor, and they all do different things. And those cards are face down. Those roll cards are face down, and then on the other side of them are their what would you call them? Their action card, which tells you what you can do. Because the way it works is every person. Okay, so every person picks an action
You're
card
drafting.
and does it. Yeah, I mean, you draft it, but you pick it, you draft it, whatever. But they all go. So the first person, he picks like the villager, and he can get 2 votes. He can get 2 votes, which are 2 cubes, and then it just keeps going around the table until everybody gets an action. And then, of course, somebody's always pick the seer if the seer's alive, and what that does is you can look at a card and see what it is,
And see what position it's in.
yeah, and then put it face down. You're not okay. I want to say tap, but you're not supposed to say tap. What is it?
Magic the Gathering.
Exhaust the card.
Yeah, you exhaust the card. So it can't be looked at again by the seer, and the seer can then tell you what whoever got the seer card can tell you, whatever they want to tell you about it. And then after everybody gets a turn, you go around. Everybody votes to see who they're going to kill, and then it has a night phase where the werewolves pick. They get a line of cards and they choose out of the cards which one they're going to kill, and it just keeps going until either there's one werewolf left or all the villagers are dead. So if there's only one werewolf left, villagers win. I think that's right. And I should have brought the instructions and read them over before, but hey, we're winging it now, buddies.
Sweet Strats.
Yeah, wing it. But that one there's a lot more deduction in it, I think.
Also a heavy memorization tool to it, where you need to remember people who look at things, you need to remember where they're at.
Yeah, and what they said about
what
it.
cards are
what other people look at and what they say they're at is very crucial. It could be lying. It could be.
Yeah.
They're in a 3x4 grid or
4x4.
3x4.
Yeah.
and you pick up a row.
That's only during the night phase.
Yeah, but so you have to remember where they're at because the werewolves can change where they're at.
Yeah.
There's also a rule if the werewolves kill a werewolf at night, then all of the cards get taken together and shuffled, and so nobody knows where anything is. I know that was probably not a very good explanation of the game, but that one, as far as like social deduction, it's a lot harder to sit there and say to like throw people under the bus because like Matt said, you have to remember what people have said about cards, what you have lied about cards if you're a werewolf lying.
Yeah, it's a game where it's much easier to piece together who someone is based on what they've done.
Yeah.
Much more of the deduction from previous plays kind of thing.
But sometimes you can also sell it off. But usually if you sell it off, you just gave yourself up too. Like if you sell that a card isn't the seer, and then somebody decides, okay, well, hey, let's all go vote, play it the seer. Why you've killed it off and maybe helped out at least the other werewolf, you've given yourself up. So I think there's a lot more that you really have to consider, and it's not like a brute force social game that you can bullshit with.
All right.
It looks like nobody really has anything to say about that, so...
It's been so long since I've played it.
Yeah.
I've only played it twice.
I know.
So, my strategic
All right.
contribution...
Sweet Strats, moving on. That was some Sweet Strats.
Yeah. I don't know, I guess the best thing you can say is... You can't... that's not a brute force socialization game where you could have a real good chance of lying your ass off and forcing whatever you're trying to sell down somebody's throat. You can't really do it with that game. So, I don't know. Sweet Strat, memorize. Because Pete's gotten us a few times because he memorized what the fuck we were saying.
Yeah. That's a game you want to play with smart people.
Yeah.
Sweet Strat.
Or at least you want to have him on your team because you're probably not paying attention.
Yeah. He got us one of those times. Where he was acting like he knew what was going on, but he was selling us a line of bullshit.
Yeah.
And he ended up being a werewolf because we trusted him.
Yeah, he did that to us one time. But it's such a different game that I have especially like since it took so long since the last time we played it. We'd been playing a lot of Resistance and Coup and everything else, and where it was just like you could just out and out fucking lie, and that was like the best thing to do it. And then I tried to out and out lie in Werewolf, and I just got straight caught the fuck up. It's just that you just can't do that with that game. So get ready if you want to play Inquisition. It's great, but you can't just out and out lie.
Sweet Strats.
All right, yeah. Yeah, you need to do the Sweet Strat sweeper.
Yeah, I'm
when
going
we
to.
go in between.
I was thinking about that.
All right, well, next.
Skull. I guess we're gonna do Skull.
Yeah, we're gonna do them all.
Someone besides me needs to explain Skull because
Well, let Matt explain it.
Okay.
He owned the copy.
Yeah.
He owned the first copy.
Yeah. He got lucky and got the first fucking copy for everybody before it sold right after.
The copy's now worn down. All the coasters are, the paint's peeling off.
you should have sleeved them coasters.
Yeah, because they make sleeves.
I'll stop by and pick up some coaster sleeves
There's
on the
some
way.
kind of spray that people do on their tiles and stuff that apparently gives them an extra layer of protection. They do it at board game cafes and stuff like that to have their copies last a little longer.
Huh.
Is it what, polyurethane?
It's some kind of clear coat type of stuff. Some people, that's the first thing to do when they're punching out a game. Lay out all their towels, give them a nice coat of that.
Son of a bitch.
Leaving the cards. I mean, if you want them to last 10, 20 years,
I mean, who doesn't?
It doesn't hurt, yeah. I haven't done it with my stuff, but I don't have very many towel games either.
Well, I do. I mean, shit, especially...
First time you do it, you get soggy ass card.
Do it to my Tigers and Euphrates and be like, what the fuck? Shit, I'd hate to do it to my damn Galaxy trucker and it's all screwed up.
Oh, we haven't played that long.
I know.
Oh, man.
Get trucked.
All right. Well, before we talk about Galaxy Trucker, that will be an episode, I guarantee it.
Well, this stuff, I mean, all this stuff will just get cut. I'm
Why?
going to do Sweet Strat Sweeper. just so it's
gotta
not
leave
as much rambling.
We gotta leave in some of the funny stuff.
I mean, wasn't this the point of the podcast? Was for us just to like sit around bullshit and then talk about this?
Well, I know, but yeah, but it's gonna have to edit some stuff out.
I mean,
Yeah,
This
obviously.
conversation right here. Sweet Strats.
Alright, so
Skull.
moving on to Skull, otherwise known as Skull and Roses, historically. It's a quick bluffing, I like to call it kind of mini poker deduction game for 2 to 6 players, but it can play anything higher than that if you have multiple copies or just want to use beer coasters.
Or cards.
Or anything, really, yeah.
No.
So how the game works is we all have the same hand of exactly 4 cards. We have 3 roses and 1 skull. And the way the game works is we'll take turns placing one of our cards face down in front of us. And that goes around until everyone places at least one face down. Starting with the first player, they can then either place another one face down, or they can call a number. And the number they call is the amount of coasters they can flip without revealing a skull. The trick is they have to flip all of their own first before they flip anyone else's. So the game becomes a balance of trying to induce your opponents to flip your own tiles to reveal a skull, or trying to figure out which of your opponents has not put skulls down. The game simply keeps going around until someone has won their bet twice, with the catch of the game being if you win the bet, you lead off the next turn.
Win or lose.
Yeah, win or lose. And so it becomes very advantageous to, even if you don't win the bet, just going first in the next round is pretty crucial because you're the first one that gets to call the bet. And you can call any number you want. You can just call 1 and challenge someone to try and beat you. And that becomes more important as there's less and less players in the game. And that's pretty much the game.
Or you also lose one of your coasters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you get a bet wrong, you randomly lose one of your coasters, which means you could lose your skull and lose your teeth for the rest of the game.
Oof, that's really bad. Then my sweet strat for that is automatically kill yourself so you don't give anybody else the win.
So my skull strategy probably is I get very aggressive with my skull, especially in a bigger game, especially if we're playing with new players that don't throw down their skull early. I will always throw down my skull on the first few turns. And it usually makes it to where someone's is very hesitant to place a big number for their bet, or you can usually draw someone to be very aggressive and always skull them.
Yeah, provoking someone is key to that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can always tell when somebody's trying to provoke you.
I can't tell when you're trying to provoke me. You just skull every time.
See, and that has been.
Sweet Strats.
I have now had to change that shit up. I have now had to change it up.
That is the most aggravating thing ever. Is picking Harley.
You gotta learn after 2 or 3 times. Don't do it. So don't pick Harley.
You just think he's not gonna put the skull for the 5th time.
Who would do that? Eventually, he's got to win at least one bid. He's got to reveal his own at some point. Nope, fucking skull again.
I especially love it when I don't throw the skull and I'm like, you win if you pick here. You win if you pick mine. And they're like, fuck you, you throw skulls. And I just sit there smiling because I know I haven't.
Yeah, you were throwing the rose quite a bit when we were in La Mesa last time.
I had to because I either had to win because nobody was ever gonna pick my shit. That was number one. Because just like you guys say, I sculled that shit every time because that was the way to go. And now I've got people lulled into a sense of never pick me. So now I've got to try to, but now everybody uses my fucking strat and throws their skulls all the fucking time. Now I'm screwed.
I don't think I've ever won skull and rose.
I have.
I won a couple.
Yeah.
Usually not by player elimination either.
Yeah.
Normally the way to go is to try and win that bid. Try and fool the other people into thinking that you can't flip that man. Like if I'm the first player, I always try to at least get 2 tiles out there. or 3 out there. So you can start playing the numbers game. You can start convincing the table, well, shit, you only need to flip 4 out of 9 tiles.
Yeah.
That's not so bad. If you put 2 of your own in front, you're halfway there already. But that's not always how it works. Because I also like to put my skull on my top if I've got 2 tiles.
Yeah.
So if they decide to choose 1, they're getting 1. But it's good to have more tiles to play with. Because then, 4-player game, who wants to do 3 out of 4?
Yeah.
Odds are not good, especially in our group. You're not going to get the flowers you're looking for, You might as well go all 4 at that point just to win the bid and be able to set things at your pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it gets to be like anything more than like 6 tiles on the board, I'll start to play the numbers game and just go anything higher than half, I'm probably going to get skulled. So I just wait. I'll wait a turn.
Shit, you know what though? It seems here lately that since we've been playing, half your ass getting skulled anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 you might be getting skulled.
Yeah.
You get through yours and then the rest of the table is just waiting.
Yeah.
And you might have forgot about your skull that you threw down to fuck everybody else over, and then you flip yours and you done skulled yourself.
Oh, I do the quick double check. Even if it's a fake double check to make people think, oh shit, he might have a skull there. Nope, I'm getting my 2. I'm going to flip 2 of yours and I'm going to take it. Hopefully. Or reveal 2 more skulls. Depends.
Man, it's hard. When we first started playing it, it was a lot easier. To win and to bluff people out. Now it's not fucking easy. Because everybody is throwing that fucking skull, and nobody will ever let it ride on 1.
No, who's going to let one person
Yeah.
play 1 tile? You got to outbid that one, even if you know shit. The rest
Call
of the
1 and
table
8
is
people
skulls.
passed.
Yeah.
Then you go 2 and you end up winning the bid. And, oh shit.
Well, it's always hilarious when you're down to your last card and it's a skull. Everybody knows it's a skull, so you have to call 1 on your bet. And then you watch as people forget that you have the skull and somebody bets higher than you.
Oh, this is best. Especially when they call the full amount and then they got to flip them all over.
I just wait till somebody shows 1 skull and I don't let them know what I played.
Yeah, I think when
There's
we
no
first...
reason you got to show everything, right?
Unless if you are legally, if somebody calls all tiles, you have to supposed to
you have to
show
show
them all.
I didn't know that. Good to know. No worries.
All
We
tiles
normally
is
don't.
a bit.
Yeah.
Well, if you say the number of what's out there, then
Yeah, you
everybody's
guys flip
yeah.
everything.
All in cheat 'em.
Yeah.
And that's actually a pretty valid strategy late in the game, where you just need to know what somebody has. You can just,
if you
you know,
got
sacrifice one of your tiles, reveal everything, you get perfect information, then you go from there.
a couple players down to 1 tile, and now you know who's safe and who's not. I like when it comes down to the elimination, and you've got 2 people left, 1 or 2 tiles each, and then you're playing the Sicilian poison mind game with them. 1. He didn't say 1 if he had a skull, would he? Or would he?
Oh, man.
1 pass. Nope. 1 pass. Game over.
Oh, I don't really know.
Yeah, Skull's a game of, despite everything we talked about, it's still a game of kind of reading people.
Yeah,
just trying to guess
yeah.
what.
You're
That's what I
playing people
like to call it
more
mini
than the
poker
game.
because you're kind of playing the person more than the cards.
Exactly.
Except in certain situations where you have the numbers in your favor. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Yeah.
It's fast, it's fun. It's always a laugh, especially when you fuck somebody over 3 or 4 times.
My 2 buddies have been trying to get into play games for the last 2 years or so since I started my collection. I finally got them to play Skull, and I got them to play Coup, and they fucking both love Skull. Like as soon as they got it, as soon as they got a few rounds in, they understood what's going on, what they're trying to do. It just clicked for them, and they fucking loved it. We played several rounds 4th of July night, and they're not board game converts yet, but they also didn't know what kind of games were out there when I said board game.
Nobody really does.
Nobody does. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
2 years
I
ago
didn't
when I
either.
started looking at what's out there. So, yeah, they did know that's the kind of stuff that's available nowadays. But I'm still working on it.
I've yet to meet a casual friend that's not into board games that doesn't like Skull.
Yeah,
It's always
a hit.
That's true.
All right, is that all we got to say about Skull?
Yeah,
I guess. What can you really say?
That's it, really.
you got to play to.
We just went through pretty much every Skull strategy in 5 minutes.
Yeah, don't pick Harley in our group. That's
If I'm with you,
number
get
1.
ready. Especially if I'm new, I will skull your ass every time. Then I'll flip it.
So I guess that's a perfect segue into Coup, another very similar game.
Yeah.
Still one of my favorites.
Shit, how long has it been since we even played it?
Not playing.
Yeah, we played a few weeks ago.
I
I don't know if
mean,
you were here.
I played with you. Austin doesn't like it.
That might have been
That was the last
Why
time I
doesn't he
played.
like it?
I think because he gets stomped.
Oh.
I don't know. He may just be one of those people that he just doesn't like bluffing.
I remember the first time we played it, I was like, oh, let's do this again.
Yeah. All right, so, most people know what coup is, but if you don't, it's a deck of cards. It plays up to 6. Everybody gets dealt out 2 cards, and in the middle, if it's a full 6 people, everybody gets dealt out 2 cards, and there's going to be 3 cards in the middle, and they're all roll cards. So you got the Duke, the Assassin, the Contessa, the Ambassador, and the Captain. You can name a roll and do that action. You can take foreign aid, which gives you 2 coins. You can just take a coin. You can coup, which you have to do if you have 10 coins. Or you can lie and do any action that a card can do. Or a reaction. That's important too.
So I guess we can give an example of that.
Yeah, so like a captain can steal, and a captain can block a steal, and so can an ambassador. So, say I have a captain card, or I don't have a captain card, either way, and I try to steal 2 coins from Jeremy. He can call and say he has a captain, or he has the ambassador and stop me. And I can either call bullshit on that, say that he's lying, and he has to reveal his card, or he loses one of his cards if he's wrong, or if he is lying.
Or I could call bullshit on you for trying to steal from me.
Or he could call bullshit on me too.
And it doesn't even have to be your turn. You can call anybody on any action that they're claiming. The only things that can't be blocked are income for 1 coin,
right,
or coup for 7 coins. And again, if you got 10 coins, you have to coup. That's your only option. And yeah, that just eliminates one of the cards.
And there's also 3 copies of every card. So there's a total of 15 cards.
Yeah, 5 rolls, 3 copies each, and they all do a specific action. The catch being, you don't have to have those cards in your hand to perform that action.
Yep.
You just have to convince the other players that you do.
So like the Duke, he can take 3 coins from the bank, or he can stop foreign aid. The ambassador can take 2 cards from the middle, which is called the court deck.
Yep.
Isn't that right? And he can exchange or not exchange the cards from his hand with the 2 cards that he chose, or he could do a 1-for-1 trade, or he doesn't have to trade at all. The ambassador can also block stealing. The captain, he can steal from other people 2 coins from anybody, or he can block getting stole from. The assassin, you pay 3 coins, you assassinate, doesn't have a reaction. And the Contessa doesn't have an action, but her reaction is to stop being assassinated. It is also important to note that if you lie about having the Contessa and you have 2 cards, it is possible to eliminate yourself right away, especially if somebody assassinates you. So, let's say Matt's going to assassinate me. I don't have the Contessa, but I lie and say I do have the Contessa. He can call bullshit on me having the Contessa, and I lose a card for first not having the Contessa because I lied, and then I lose my other card because his assassination went through. So it is possible to eliminate yourself in 1 stroke.
So I would never bluff Contessa with 2 cards.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I have.
I've
pulled it off.
I have 2. Say it quick and confident and look at him in the eyes. I have Contessa.
I don't have a good poker face.
I've developed my poker face on this game. It was okay to begin with. Now it's home. I got a pretty good one for this game. But yeah, I'll bluff anything.
If we can get you the first time, I can get you. If I can get you the first time, I can start telling. I start seeing that crack. Like if you call ambassador first time I call bullshit on you and I get you, I start seeing it.
Yeah, you've got me before. First round in, ambassador is a popular choice for me. First round, everybody loves going Duke because it's 3 coins. Why not? Nobody knows where the Dukes are.
Yeah,
it's risky to call anybody on Duke because chances are there are 3 out there, especially in a 6-player game. But I like going ambassador early, especially with 5 and 6 players.
Oh yeah, because
the information you can get from the few cards that are left can really help you start to deduct who actually has what, and you can start calling on people.
Yeah,
round or 2 in. But it also gives you a chance to set up your hand. I like playing defensive. I like having the ambassador for real because I can block that steal, and most people, when they think of blocking stealing, they're going to say captain. It seems like. I always go with ambassador because it seems just less likely that there's that many more ambassadors out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, when somebody calls ambassador to block stealing, that pretty well know they have it. And you can use that as a pretty good deterrent.
Yeah, you can catch them off guard.
I think my favorite hand is Captain Duke. Because you can get your 3 coins every round, without fear of it getting stolen from you.
Yeah, especially late game. To me, that's the best combo.
Yeah.
It's just they're just not if you're not bluffing them the whole time and you actually have those two, there's not a lot people can do against it really.
Yeah, because like
You're always
arms race.
you're gonna win the income race late in the game.
You can control
and
the flow of money. Like you can block
you can't-
foreign aid.
yeah.
You can steal from people. You can block them and steal from.
You can't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have the Duke, you always get a block 4 and 8, I think. I
If
mean,
you even
you
said
draw
if
heat.
you said you had the Duke, block 4 and 8
Yeah.
to convince other people that you also have it. Even if you don't, it's a good move. Nope, no 4 and 8. I'm the Duke. Who would do that unless they actually have it? Well, fucking I would.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here's one to. I'm trying to think. If you have one card and someone tries to assassinate you, you always call them, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
always have to.
you might as well.
Yeah, I mean, either you're going out, you're going to try and bluff a Contessa with only one card.
Yeah.
And if you actually have a Contessa, bravo, you held out until you got to that point. But otherwise, yeah, if you've got the one card, what do you got to lose?
Yeah.
There's a good chance they are bluffing assassin. They're going for the cheap elimination. They're not trying to win the money race.
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Unless you think you got the upper hand on them, then you bluff Contessa.
Yeah, they're not going to.
Yeah, they're net because
They're in it for the kill. They're
Yeah.
they're trying to take you out. Obviously, they're
especially if they're 2 cards.
Yep.
Have we ever had a situation where we called bullshit on each other and we both had to reveal cards?
I don't think it comes up. I mean, either somebody's claiming an action against you, at which point you're either reacting with your own card or you're calling them.
Right, but I mean, even in the flow of the game, it doesn't specifically address it in. I mean, we've never done it, and it doesn't specifically address it in like the rules. But couldn't technically somebody say, "I'm going to assassinate you," and then you say Contessa, but bullshit on your assassin?
No, it's one or the other. Either you're trying to block it or you're trying to call him out.
But it doesn't have to be. That's what I'm saying. I mean, does it?
So what if you call them out, they have an assassin, and you have the Contessa anyway?
Well, then it blocks it. I mean, you're both telling the truth.
So what if somebody else calls bullshit?
See, that's the thing. You can do that. The only thing that another
Can
player
you?
can't do.
Can
Yes.
you? Okay.
Like if the active player calls Contessa to block it, then somebody else says bullshit
Yeah.
on your assassin.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I
do
don't know if
that.
that's ever happened.
That's never happened, but that is legal. You can't. The only thing that you can't do is somebody can't stop you from getting stole from. You have to stop it yourself.
What about a Duke blocking your 4 and 8? Can someone say you're not the Duke?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we've done that before. I mean, think about when you play Ambassador. Somebody always out of turn calls bullshit on you.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you call on someone else trying to steal the captain? Maybe
You can say bullshit on the captain. You just can't stop. Like, you can't say, "Oh no, I'm the ambassador and I'm stopping you from stealing." That's the only thing.
You
But
can't
yes,
block for other people. But
you can call bullshit on the other person's captain. You can do that.
Yeah.
That specifically is in the rules that you can call bullshit on anything, on anybody.
Hmm.
You just cannot stop somebody else from getting stolen upon.
well, why would you?
I don't know.
Yeah,
If they're
that's
about to get
fun.
coins to assassinate.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Definitely comes into play more with the expansion, which I guess we're not.
I mean,
talking
yeah,
about
we're going
immediately,
to. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But I just we've never come across that. I mean, I just now thought about it. That it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go home and look at the rules. I could be straight talking out of my ass, but I do know for a fact that you can call anybody on anything at any time.
Yeah, do it that way.
Yeah, but I don't know if like you can if it's like somebody's gonna say assassin, if you can be like Contessa, but bullshit on your assassin.
I think in that instance, it's you decide which one you're doing. Either you're trying to
think you're
block
probably
them,
right.
or you're trying to or call them on theirs. But yeah, either way, you might be good.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a sweet strat or not.
That's a sweet rule.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest sweet strat that I never thought of until we started playing with Jeremy is going through that core deck with the ambassador.
Yeah.
It's a game all about information, really.
Yeah.
And that is the best way to get it.
And you can get through the entire deck in 1 or 2 rounds.
Yeah, depending on number of players, like 5 or 6.
Yeah, because like how many cards are in the deck in like a 6-player game?
3.
What,
There's only 3 left.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You're only not going to see one card, depending on if anybody else does it or exchanges.
Yeah.
It
If
depends
you
on
get
what
lucky
you
and
wanna
you
see.
see something that you have, I mean,
Mhm.
there's 2 out of 3 there. You can hedge a pretty good bet that you can call somebody on the first one to call.
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean, it doesn't always work. It's
No.
still a risk. But with that much information, you can start just knocking people on their legs.
Well, sometimes when people lie, they like to smile.
Not me. Stone face all the way.
Watch for the frown.
Yeah, truth or lies. I'm right in your face. I'm staring at you, and I'm feeding you it. And you're going to take it, or you're going to call my bullshit. That's that. But
one of my favorite coup plays is taking the action of a card you have, and then not doing the action for a turn, but then doing it again the next turn to see if somebody will call you on your bullshit.
Yeah.
Kind of a rope-a-dope.
I knew if we were going to talk about this, I had to bring up your captain strat, where you're getting stole from.
Yeah.
And you let it happen.
Yeah.
You're trying to set yourself up as the easy target. And then I come around with my captain, I'm like, oh shit, there's Matt. I'm going to steal from Matt. He calls captain, or he calls ambassador. Thinking that I'm going to call him out, like, nah, bullshit. But I've seen it before, so I know to look out for it now. But it is a really good strategy to try and set yourself up as a target for some other type of card, and then come back around. Or doing income as a duke.
Yeah.
Next round comes around, now you're the duke all of a sudden. Well, shit. Yeah. Why would he do that?
I do that a lot in Coup.
Yeah,
it doesn't work so good with you assholes because you'll played with me so much.
Yeah, it does end up being a game of...
Like, I've seen that shit before, dude.
Yeah. It almost happened at Roses last time. Like, no, bullshit. I've seen this, man, Captain Strat, and it's not going to work on me this time.
That's a great game. It's a great strat with noobs.
Yeah, really
another way to railroad noobs.
Man, I never even thought about that. That's pretty
It's
ingenious.
a good one. Sweet strat from Matt. Unless you're playing against Matt.
Unless you play with Matt a lot of times.
Yeah, fucking honeycomb the shit out of him. Honeypot the shit out of him.
What else?
We haven't played very much Reformation, have we?
No.
That team variant.
I've only played it once.
I do
enjoy
it.
Adds a lot.
It actually does. There's quite a bit of layers from just a few different interactions for the team game. I mean, all of a sudden you can turn the one target that can't be cooed into the one target that's going to be, that kind of thing. Yeah. Just flipping their role. Or you can make sure you're not going to be cooed. I mean, the guy on the blue team's got all the coins. Well, shit. Now I'm blue. Me and you, buddy, we're in this together. Get the next guy in clockwise order.
All right, so let's explain this. The expansion to Coup was basically, it had two things. Bank, is that what it's called? Because that's where you put all your money when you change.
Embezzle from the...
Well, you can embezzle, but what's that called? Is it the bank? We're just going to call it
similar
the
bank.
Bank mechanism. As the bank.
All right.
We'll edit in the writing.
Yeah.
Followed by Sweet Strats.
Bank. And everybody gets a roll card, and you're either on the blue or the red team. So starting with the first player, whatever color, you lay that, like they get the red, second player will get blue, third player will get red, fourth player will get blue, fifth player will get red, sixth player will get blue. You just alternate back and forth. And basically what it adds in is if you're on the same team, you can't steal, coup, or assassinate from.
You can still call them, though.
Yes, you
can still call people's actions on your own team. If you want to go that route, if you don't want to be very friendly, then yeah, you can call them on their step. But yeah, assassinate, stealing from, and
cooing.
Yeah, you can't do your own team.
Can you block? You can't block their 4 and 8, can you?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know either. But the other thing it adds in is for a coin, you can flip your your team card over. Isn't that right? And then for 2 coins, you can flip somebody else's.
Yeah. And that goes to the bank.
Yeah, that goes to the bank. And then anybody can embezzle the money from the bank except for the Duke.
Yeah. And you can take everything from the bank. So it can be more valuable than the Duke. So much so that you might even try to not say you have the Duke and try to embezzle instead. Yeah. But if you've been playing Duke all game, it's going to be hard to pull off.
Unless you put up the honeypot.
Yeah. If you're called on that one, you have to show both your cards.
Yes.
To prove that you don't have the Duke and
get
you have the one. Yeah. But yeah, we haven't played it enough to say a whole lot of strategy-wise. But yeah, being able to flip your team to protect yourself from being cooed. And
I think that's probably the most threat that you can get out of that is when you see yourself about to be cooed or be assassinated is to either flip yourself or the other guy, depending on which would be most advantageous.
Yeah, because until there's only one color card showing, I mean, you have to follow those team rules.
Oh, or unless everybody is the same color.
Exactly. Once it goes to the same color, then it's infighting. It's free-for-all until somebody swaps back or the game ends.
Becomes a regular coup again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, at 2 players it becomes regular coup. But I think we got, what was it? I think the most interesting dynamics come down when it's about 3 players. Because you're always usually going to have 2
on 1.
Yeah. So you just flip the other person that's fixing to do the action to make him kill the other guy.
Yeah. Get some timing is crucial there.
Yeah, it really is.
Keep the dance going around.
Be valuable. Yeah.
Just try not to be the guy.
So I guess, sweet strat wise, that's probably like the only thing I could probably offer from that is it's timing to try to get somebody to throw somebody else's ass under the bus.
Make them the target.
Yeah, make them the automatic target whether they wanted to be the target or not.
The only red team member.
Yeah.
Next player has 10 coins.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you know what's happening. Be on my
to,
team.
We'll have to play test that a little more.
Yeah.
We really haven't played it too much.
Well, you know it's not going to be long, and that new one's going to be here.
That's what I was about to say.
There's another expansion.
Yeah,
It's a new game.
Standalone. It's called G54.
I saw the Kickstarter for that.
25 different roles. You select 5 of them and run with it.
Huh.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
It'll be here
A lot
next
of
month.
roles to keep track of, but hopefully they got a healthy reference card.
Oh,
that's going to be a good opening strat, is knowing what they do and still trying to find it on your card.
Just bluffing some random one on your list.
How do you bluff? Oh, that's what I got. Bullshit.
So that was that reminds me of the game we played with Will playing Coup. Where he kept playing that shit on us the whole time.
God
like,
damn,
I
Joe.
forgot
There's
how
only
the
5
rules-
things to remember. After that many rounds, okay, you know this. Come on.
It's like, oh,
I
man,
fell
forgot.
for it every goddamn time.
Mo tried to do the same shit too. He hadn't played it in a while, but come on, you play deep economic heavy Euro games, you remember these rules. You can't remember 5 things, you don't know what blocks an assassin, don't give me that shit. I'll still call them on it, because why not? But come on, I know you. You know this.
It's like, oh, we forgive you this time. You didn't know the rules. And he's sitting there with a smirk on his face.
Yeah.
What about the Inquisitor? Don't even play with it.
Have we even played with it?
We once or twice, and it's just not fun.
I can't even
I
remember
have
what
played
does.
with it. It can screw you over if you only have 1 card. I know that much. And the Inquisitor gets to see your 1 card.
Yeah,
You're locked
doesn't he
down
get
the rest of the game.
He gets 2 different. He can take one of the 2 actions. He can either see somebody 1 card from somebody, or he can exchange 1 from the court deck.
Yeah,
right?
you can do like a half-assed ambassador. basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, being able to see the 1 card somebody has can.
Yeah.
Can he exchange someone else's card with the court deck? Was that it?
Wait a minute, is that it?
If they see it, they can then make them exchange. I think
No.
so.
I thought.
Or is that something else?
Fuck, I don't know.
Just
A little rusty.
winners don't play Inquisitor.
Yeah. Sweet strat.
Sweet strat. Leave that promo out.
Well, I guess that's it.
All right, is that a wrap?
First,
First episode of Sweet Strats.
do you want to do Molar Street shoutouts?
What?
Where you do Molar Street shoutouts and you shout out to something that's not working related?
Like what?
If you want to contact the show, you can reach us at sweetstrats@gmail.com, or you can find us on social media at facebook.com/sweetstrats or @sweetstrats on Twitter. See you next time.